Hello, team, and welcome back to another episode of Alotta Fun Plays. Today, we are going to go and see Najami to finish off a quest line with her. However, there is stuff that I would like to do in Kilima, but we've been having issues trying to get in there. So let's see how we go today. Okay, first things first, let's go and see Najami. So, easiest way, as always, to get there is to ride, because she's on the other side of the map. I'm just using my one-handed keyboard again, guys. Just let me get my fingers in the right posse to be able to do this. There we go. Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, so I've been teaching myself how to play with the one-handed keyboard. I had to set up some hotkeys to make sure that everything was still going to work through the one hand. Downside of using it is it's, I think, designed for people that have a little bit longer fingers than what I do. So I have struggled learning how to get my hand into the right position, but now that I've kind of got that under control, it is just getting used to the transition between the keys, muscle memory, things like that, to be able to use the new layout. So we are cooking with gas. So what we're doing here is the Louder Than Words quest line. So this is part of Najami's friendship quest line. So she wants to be able to go out and do stuff, but Hidori is not happy with her having that freedom. And so, yeah, it's just basically getting and sorting out a few things. She said that she can make some bits and pieces that will allow her to be a bit safer. But she needed the materials. I don't know where I'm going, but she needed the materials. So that's what we've just collected for her. There was an option to talk to Hidori, which we've done that as well. So yeah, we're cooking with gas.
Not a lot of people come out this far. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
So that's that done, that part of the friendship quest, which is amazing. Amazing. Now, when you come in here, Hidori does have a recipe in here as well for the loaded potato soup. So if you're coming to this house, make sure that you do come inside and collect that recipe. Cool. So let's see if we can get to Kilima from here. I heard a honey, but we don't need honey right now. Cross your fingers for me. You can do it. Come on. This is a lot better than it has been. Yes. Oh, no trees. Oop, there they come. Rendering. Okay, so we're very, 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 very early to be able to see Zaki. But what I would like to try and do is to... Where's two going? Is to go and have a chat with Wreath. We need to try and start building his friendship. Oh, I should have checked to see what his wants were. We'll do that in a sec. We'll open up the panel and we'll see if we can see what his weekly wants are. Because if there's anything that we can get while we're here... Just wait for the game to buck me off. So in his relationships, where are we, Wreath? Way down here. So we can go and get some spice sprouts. Like this, all of this other stuff we wouldn't be able to get here. But if we give him some sprouts, he might be a little bit happy with us. So we'll go and grab it. I might just buy those because we've got to buy anyway for our daily shop at Zucky's to get our Zucky coin. So let's just get the sprouts from here. Okay. Now what time is it? It's 9. Let's see if he is out the back here. Nope, already gone from here. He's already at work. Look at that.
Nice of you to visit. Ah.
It's giving me sprouts.
Ah. Whoa. I got my hands full right now.
Perfect. So the other thing that I really wanted to do today, but I wasn't sure if we were going to make it into Kilima, so I didn't want to preempt it, is that I want to go to the Night Sky Temple. We've got gear to submit, so let's head up there. And the reason I'm super pumped about this is because one of the items that I need to submit is actually going to end up finishing the whole section. So in here, I have one more item to submit and I have it. So let's see. So we're going to get this bauble. This is the prize that we get for it. Okay, the Gilda bait. I love this. This is what I use in my other profile as well. It is my favorite piece. Amazing. And so we get the ancient Gilda statue as well. Amazing. So we have completely finished that one. The other thing that I have, I can't find this butterfly. It is super rare. I know where to get it, but it's just going to take a bit of time. There was other things that I haven't got. Okay. This one. So we're going to get some bombs. Amazing. So we've got a little bit of fishing to do to try and get this stuff. But these are all at specific times of the day. So it's going to take a bit of work. Now I had one thing for in here, the Void Ray. Whoop, whoop. So we're going to get all of these hooks. Major speed boost, major size boost, major recovery boost, health boost. So all of these, let's have a quick talk on fishing. So all of these are items. So tuning fork, meh. What this does is it shows you where the fishing nodes are. Now, in a lot of cases, you can already see them. Where this becomes a benefit though, is that if you are trying to find like a pond and you've got to go, ponds sometimes only have 1 or 2 nodes and you've got to run between multiple ponds to be able to do your fishing via the nodes if you're looking for the nodes. And so this would actually let you know before you get to the pond whether there's going to be a node there or not. So you could divert and go somewhere else. It would just save you a bit of time like that. But in most cases, you already know where they're going to be. The benefit of this is that you can sell it for 4,500 coin. And that would be my suggestion to you. When you get it, sell it. Okay, these are definitely of benefit. Your time boost, your health boost, your recovery boost, all of these are definitely useful. The one I primarily use 90% of the time is the size boost, because what that does is it makes the brackets that are around when you're pulling your fish in, it makes them bigger. And therefore allowing you more space for your fish to be able to move without you losing the fish overall. The speed boost just means that the fish will take the hook a bit quicker. So even though it's still the 3 bobs that you currently have to get a fish, it will make the bobs a lot closer together. So you just get it at just able to pull it in a bit quicker. The recovery boost is about your rod and how quickly that deteriorates. Okay, so sorry, the recovery booster is the one for when your bar is going down, how fast it comes back up again. So when you're fishing and the fish goes outside the line, the bar goes down a little bit each time it goes outside the lines. And so what this does is it's the speed that will recover with each one. So if you're using the size boost, this would be the preferable one, because this would still keep your brackets very small, and so of course the fish would go out more often. So having it recover faster, if that's your cup of tea, go for it. So all of these do have special characteristics, but for me, the size boost is the golden one, and what I use the most. So that would be my suggestion to you, but you guys, you do you, and see how you go with that. Still trying to get my giant goldfish. I thought I had one more thing here. I thought I still had... Is that all of them done in my backpack? Yes, we've done... Okay, yes, we've put everything in. Woohoo. Okay, so here at the moment I have the fishing bubble in, so I'm going to actually equip this one, which is a bit prettier. So it puts the fishing one back here, sorry, the football one back here, and I can use this anytime. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty cool as well, but I would much prefer to have this one. I love that one. Okay, how exciting is that? We're getting there. We're actually starting to make a dent, which is fantastic. All right, so what we'll do now basically is just have a bit of a run around, but I just want to see, there's no dots on here, is there? Nope. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a run around and just basically look for some resources, see if we can find some bugs, get the silver that's over here. Amazing. I might actually do a little bit of research. Score. Do a little bit of research and see where we can go fishing for some of these fish. Now, one of them, my giant goldfish, that is the current one I'm working on at the moment, is in, oh my god, there's silver everywhere, is in ponds. So, which is hence the reason I brought up ponds before, because that's what I'm actually doing at the moment, is looking to see if we can catch the fish in the pond. Now, coming over here, as you know as well as I do, is there going to be any nodes here? Now, you don't need a node, but is there going to be any nodes here? If I specifically wanted to catch, no nodes. If I specifically needed to catch a star quality fish, then, you know, that would be the stress that I would have, needing to know where you can go to get star quality fish. As I don't need a star quality fish, I'm okay to fish here without a node. But if I get the giant goldfish, it would be, I mean, I've got to hand it in, so I don't get to keep it regardless. But I think I would like to have a star quality one and a normal quality one, so that I can have one to keep on my property, because I think that would be something really cool to be able to display. But that's just me. I'm a bit of a weirdo like that. I like to be able to show things that I've been able to achieve, and getting one of those giant goldfishes is an achievement. So just going to catch 2 or 3 fish here. Well, 3, because I've already posted the second one now. And then we're going to do a bit of a run around. Okay. Gosh, your fingers. I've fished that many times, I couldn't imagine that I would get it in just 3 casts. But, cross your fingers for me. What are we going to get? Oh, not a giant goldfish. See how big my brackets are around my fish just then? So you saw how big that bracket was? So let me show you what happens when we take the rod off. So we can unequip from here. And when we unequip, when you see me catching it, you watch, I'll get the giant goldfish now because then I won't be able to pull it in. But when we actually pull this back in again, you'll see how much smaller the brackets are around the bubble. So see how much smaller they are? So it shows you the difference between having it equipped and not having it equipped. So yeah, that's why I always like to try and make sure I have a hook on. Okay, let's see if we can find any clay. Clay only comes at actually specific times of the day, and it can be very, very annoying if you are trying to make something and you need clay, because there is not a lot of it around, and you don't get a lot for each one that you get. So 6 there. I did collect that, didn't I? So we're getting 6 each time, which is actually pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to complain now then. So I tend to do this massive loop along the waterfront when I'm looking for clay. But once again, it can be definitely very, very sparse, depending on the time of day that you're out having a look around. Not seeing a lot. I was kind of hoping that the rummage pile would be down here as well. Oh, I was going to say, is there none along here at all? But here we go. Okay, we're getting 6 each time, so I'm not going to complain now. It's actually not a bad haul. I'm only going to get this because it's a big one. I'm supposed to be looking for clay. That is not clay. Let's keep going. Blinders on. Oh, she didn't jump. Why did she not jump? Well, we're getting some. That's the main thing, I guess. Let's see how many more we can get. Fantastic. Alrighty. Okay, we've got 3 more hours until we can go and see Zucky. So what I might do is just put you guys on hold and then bring you back once it is time to head into Zucky. So I'll see you again soon. Okay, welcome back. It's not quite 9 o'clock yet, but I thought I will take a minute to be able to show you guys a bit more of fishing. So um, especially when it comes to nodes. Node fishing is very different from not fishing in a node. So the first one we're going to do is going to be a node, and you'll get to see the difference. Normally what it is, so take your finger off, put your finger back on again, take your finger off, put your finger back on again, take your finger off, still follow the fish, put your finger back off, on. And it just makes it so much easier doing the on-off method when you're trying to fish, rather than just trying to pull the fish straight in. You have a bit more control, and you just sit and wait for it, especially if it starts going a little bit crazy. That wasn't mine, never mind. Especially if it goes a little bit crazy when you're trying to pull it in. It can sometimes pay just to take your finger off and let the fish settle down. And then you can start pulling it back in again. So I'll show you. I won't take my finger off, I'll keep it on the whole time. This one's not going to be very active though, but it's just going to stay within the lines. Some fish have fight, some don't. Albino eels don't at the best of times, even if they're star quality. So let's just see what we get here, if we get something else. Another albino eel. So you don't need to very much to do anything really with them. I might change my bait in a minute if I can't get something different. So you normally get 2 or 3 different fish on each bait, and then there'll be some rare and epic on each bait as well. So bring that eel in. I'm going to go to no bait so we can see what other fish we get. So we'll just change it to no bait. So right click on your mouse and then change it to no bait. Let's see what we're going to get. So once again, straight in, this fish has got no fight at all. Eyeless minnow. Normally the rarer the fish, the more fight it will have. So we'll just try and see what we're going to get here now. Okay, well let's take a beat to be able to have a look around the underground. We've been down here before, but I don't know that I went through a lot of detail of what things are. So these people are playing a game called Hot Pot. It is a lot of fun, and it's just basically a card game where you're trying to get 3 of a kind 3 times. There's 9 cards, and you're just trying to get 3 of a kind. It's a lot of fun. If you win, you get a coin, and the coin you can then use in the machine here. Okay, so and then you can get prizes, random pieces of equipment, decor, that sort of stuff. These are video games. When you play this video game and you get to the end, you will get a special prize. Not really anything back here. You have there's a couple of different quest lines that you'll do, that you'll be in the back of the bar or meet up with people in certain places. So that's something that will happen as well. So here's some more games of Hot Pot back here. If you don't get a full table of 4 by the time the counter runs out, you play against the computer, so that's okay as well. These are trading tables. Once you've done your trading conference, your quest line, you can then trade with other people. What else is there? So there's this is the tower. This is a pretty unique kind of game. When you go up there, there is a whole separate in-game. Okay, yeah, so when you go up in there, it is a lot of fun. It's a timed, it is not easy. Yeah, I will do a video on that one day, but I have never even got more than halfway through it on my other profile. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting, but definitely fun. So 9 o'clock, so we should have Zaki should be here in a minute. And once he comes down, we can then, here he comes, and we can then give him his bits and pieces.
Time's money.
Cool.
Be seeing ya.
Cool. So talk to Sabira, who for me is in the Highlands. That is okay. Let's go. If we can get out. Cool. Yes, suck you again. That is funny. All right, so what we're going to do is shoot home. And then I need to go to the Highlands. So what I might do is call that a day on this episode. I hope you learned a little bit about fishing. It's not what this was supposed to be about, but I'm going to go and throw all of those tuning forks into my sales bin, and definitely most of the other hooks will go into the sales bin as well, except for the size boost. So with the hooks, if you reach level 10, you can buy hooks from Aina using your guild points. And your guild points come from just achieving tasks, doing your weekly events, and things like that. So I suppose I should go through that. I'll do that once the screen loads up. We'll talk very quickly about the weekly events, because then I can show you. Cool, sorry, wrong button, try again. Okay, so each week in this accomplishments, once you reach level 10 of any, still need to do big game hunter, once you reach level 10 of any skill, okay, so at the moment I've got it in fishing, gardening, mining, furniture making, foraging, and in hunting. So what this then does, it means each week you will now have tasks in fishing, in foraging, in furniture making, in gardening, in hunting, and in mining. And as I then achieve the level 10 of cooking, the level 10 of ranching, and the level 10 of bug catching, I will then end up with a few extra bits and weekly events that I need to do. However, when you achieve weekly events, you earn guild points. Okay, so you get guild points. So these are guild points underneath. These guild points you can then use to buy items. So in the fishing, we bought these hooks for 5 guild points. Okay, so 5 guild points. We bought these hooks. Okay, not these ones because these are the ones that we got from the completing the Temple of the Sky. So that's what you get. So that these can be used to do all sorts of stuff. For gardening, when you go through, you can actually get different items that you can do for gardening. We can't get any more plots, but you can buy specific things. You can get decor that looks like your veggies and your fruits. So you could have tomato plants growing around your house. You could have an orchard of apple trees. You could buy mushrooms, buy pumpkins and things like that, and have those around your property, which is really pretty. There is also a wishing well. Well, not really a wishing well, but there's a well that you can buy, and that actually you can put that near your garden, and you can actually draw water from it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so just some really simple things like that. With mining, look, not a lot, but there are definitely bits and pieces that you can get. Same with furniture making, more decor items with furniture making. For the foraging, you can buy flow wood, you can buy seeds, all sorts. Okay, so there's definitely different things that you can get for each one. There's benefits from each one. Um, and it is definitely a bit of fun to be able to have like a goal to work towards each time. So catch of the week, catch 30 fish. It's not a big ask if you're doing a little bit each day. And if you look at our dailies, quite often in your dailies, oh hello, quite often in your dailies you will have fish that you're required to catch. So that will help you to achieve these 30 fish really, really quickly. Quality catch. This is your star quality fish. This is your node fish, fish that you catch from a node. So even just today, while we were out, we got 2-star quality fish. So simple. You only need 10 for the whole week. Friendly fisher, catch 10 fish with other players. Doesn't mean being in a party, it just means standing in a group, catching a fish together. So when you're down in the underground, there's lots of people down there, and that's classed as those people are doing it with you. Forage finder, 30 forageables. If you're picking up mushrooms and sweet leaf and spice sprouts and getting your heat root and all of that sort of stuff, that's foraging, okay? Lumberjacking, cutting down 10 trees. Easy. You need lumber to be able to build everything that you're doing. Flow trees, that's the magical trees. Most of the time, you need to attend 1 or 2 groves in the whole week. But there are so many trees around Bahari. If you've got someone you can go in with, then you will make it easy 5 trees. If you are on your own, you find a tree, you call it out, and someone will come and help you cut it down. That simple. Furniture making, same thing. 5 decor items. Now, this cannot be the items that you use like when you are building a house. So, this cannot be your dormers and your windows and stuff like that. This has to be decor items. Okay, so any 5 decor items. These are your uncommon. So, 3 uncommon. So, this 3 uncommon goes towards this 5. Okay, so 3 uncommon or high rarity decor items. I'll show you how to see that in a sec. 1 rare item. Okay, 1 rare item. So that's 4 items out of the 5 that you need just by completing these 2 to get this one. Harvesting, this is probably the easiest one. This is something that you do every single day or most days. Hungry archer, once again, you're out, you're hunting, you're doing the bits and pieces that you need to do. Traveling in packs. This is with other players. This is not in a party. It can be in a party, but if there's more than one of you hitting a specific animal, so if you are hunting magical creatures and you've got 2 or 3 of you that are playing on that, this goes towards it. So they actually all work in tandem if you allow it to. Big game hunter, once again, you're looking for magical animals. Bahari is really good for that. So is the Highlands. You can get them in Elderwood, a little bit harder though, but it definitely can be done. Pickaxe Pro, once again, we're out all day looking for ore and stuff. So mining nodes 20, that's just 20 piles of ore. So it's not hard to get. Gold rush, this is your rare stuff. So this is your silver, your gold, your jadium, your palladium or platinum, that sort of stuff. And party prospector. So this is just hitting nodes with other players. Once again, you don't have to be in a party. It's just hitting a node at the same time that someone else is doing it. Okay, you could follow someone around. If someone's around and they're hitting the nodes, you just go and hit it with them, and you just have to do that 5 times, and you get the party prospector. Simple. Okay, so a lot of these are so easy to do. If you want to do them with someone, ask in the group chat. Go into the chat and say, does anybody want to party up? Let's go and do this together. And people will go with you and they will help you because that's what we do. We work together. We're a community. It's so much fun. So yeah, so that's how the accomplishments work. That's just your basic weekly ones. They come up. That is Monday through Sunday. There is so much of everything else. You are never going to get bored playing this game. So many different things that you need to do or can do. But you know what? There is no rule that says you have to do any of this stuff. You don't have to. But if you do it, then you actually get the medals and stuff that go with it. And it's a lot of fun. If you want to just plod along and do your own thing, go for it. You want a hand? Ask. People will help. And I think that's what this game is all about. Anyway, that's enough of me burbling on. Thank you very much for listening to me prattle. But I'm home now and I'm going to clean everything out. And yeah, that's it for today. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. And please, please, please make sure you come back and see us again next time. All right. Bye.